Good day. This video will present the explanation of my chosen system, a soft drink filling station, as well as what sensors are used and how it is integrated into the system of the soft drink filling station. Proceeding on first, what is a soft drink filling station? A soft drink filling station is a liquid processing and packaging system where the highlights are its high speed, precision control assembly, and large production scale and distribution that is designed to turn raw beverage into a sealed consumer ready product for the food market industry, specifically in the beverage industry. Would, but we would be focusing on the use of sensors, specifically only one per each variable of the temperature, pressure, level, and flow. So mainly what would be discussed is the transfer of the liquid beverage, as well as how the liquid beverage is stored, what are the right process, the temperature, the flow, and that's all. At proceeding on, what are the materials used for the storage where the liquid beverage is stored, and the pipes where the liquid beverage will travel and where it will pass through before going onto the container for filling. The materials used are a 316 stainless steel, corrosion resistance to chloride rich and marine environments, ensuring that the liquid beverage is safe and follows a health standard when it comes to where it is stored or where it is produced for the health benefits. Health benefits or the safety of the beverage to drink for the consumer ready people. Proceeding on, what are the sensors used? The sensors used are, firstly, for the temperature is the PT100. PT100 is a resistance temperature detector. His highly accurate, stable, and reliable type of RTD. It's much better but more expensive than a thermistor. The PT stands for platinum, a material that has a resistance of exactly 100 ohms at 0 degrees Celsius and have a ratio of 0.385 per degree Celsius. The purpose of using the PT100 for the integration and other uses of the PT100 is first stored or placed on the main storage tank, as well as the filling line or pipe or nozzle to determine if the temperature is exactly at around 0 to 4 degrees Celsius to ensure that the liquid beverage is cold enough for it to maintain the carbonated state of carbonated state liquid beverage, to maintain the quality of the beverage being a soda. Also, the temperature also ensures the quality of the liquid beverage during the storing and the transfer of the liquid beverage to the container. That's why PT100 is used. Proceeding on onto the flush diaphragm pressure transmitter for the pressure variable. The- It is a stainless steel plate sits flush with the pipe wall. Converts that physical pressure into a 4 to 20 milliampere electrical signal when a liquid or gas pushes against it, slightly deforming a piezoresistive element behind it. It has a transmission liquid which is activated or triggered when a pressure of the liquid beverage is applied or have made a physical contact with the uh, flash diaphragm pressure transmitter. Therefore, it sends a 4 to 20 milliampere electrical signal that would help us determine the pressure of the liquid as well as the carbon dioxide of the liquid beverage as well as the pressure inside the storage tank and the container. It, one of the process why a flush diaphragm pressure transmitter is used is for the carbon dioxide pressure equalization for both the storage tank, filling line, as well as the container. They need to have an equal amount of pressure for the carbon dioxide to have a smooth travel of the liquid beverage from one another to have a smooth filling process to not have a waste product. Sitting on is the guided wave radar. The sensor sends a low energy microwave pulse down the probe. The sensor measures the time of flight to calculate the exact distance to the liquid when a pulse hits the liquid surface and then reflects it back to the sensor. The guided wave radar is placed vertically on top of the main storage tank where the probe is let down, making contact onto the liquid beverage inside it. Though the probe is physically or making contact to the liquid, what measures the level of the liquid beverage inside the storage as well as the container where the liquid beverage will be put onto is the use of or the sensor emits a microwave down to the probe, and once it hits the liquid beverage, it will reflect it back to the sensor, which calculates the time of flight, determining how high or what level is the liquid beverage at of the moment. Proceeding on, electromagnetic flow meter. The meter creates a magnetic field around the pipe. As the conductive liquid beverage flows through the field, it generates a tiny voltage where the faster the flow, the higher the voltage. Uh, the electromagnetic flow meter serves or becomes like a voltage probe which tracks or sends a signal or tracks or makes measurements once the conductive liquid beverage passes through the pipe where the electromagnetic flow meter is located. It flows through the magmeter or through its pipe to calculate the amount of liquid beverage that have passed through. It can be calculated since the pipe is exact, or the diameter is given or already known to the people or person that manages the system. Therefore, what only needs to be measured is the amount of liquid beverage that is passing through, by which of course measured by the flow meter or the mag meter. Then more on to the integration. All of the sensors are being used at real time to track the temperature, if the temperature is cold enough for the beverage to actually maintain the pressure or the carbon dioxide pressure, as that would be where the pressure is also considered during its storing process, the transfer process, and when it is filled or transferred to the container, its pressure and the temperature. Then for the flow, the pressure is also considered, as well as the temperature, flow, the and the for the level. I guess that would be lastly for the level. Level is considered for both the storage tank and the container. Container for the bottles, where bottles or the can where the soda or the soft drink will be stored, to have a consistent production or consistent amount of production for each bottles that will be filled up, as well as the storage tank to determine if the tank or the production can still make or can still fill up the bottles or the empty bottles for production. And that would be all. Thank you po.